Letshuoer is not an easy brand to figure out. When they released the first flow of planar IEMs like H12, they showed that they care for details, imaging sort of stuff. The objective performance and refinement were very shit of that product. Then comes the revision of S12 with the 2024 edition, where they flipped the approach. It was comforting and pleasing. It was very bad in detail resolution and staging sort of stuff. Then they released Mystic 8, which is brilliantly tuned neutral bright IM, which made my jaw drop. It cost a bit much, yet that representation was rare in that price. When comes Cadenza 12, which might be one of my favorite IMs of all time, which is not, it is EJ10 and I will talk about it later, which I call the pinnacle of refinement. It serves both objectivists and subjectivists. Then they made DX01, which to me felt the riskiest but brilliantly tuned IM for some genres. So what is not common in Letshuoer is in-house sound. What is common in Letshuoer is the ability to experiment with the sound. The budget contender D02 is the same approach to the budget segment. Without beating much around the bush, let's start with the sound quality. D02 is made for resolution. It's extremely well suited for anything that has a lot to do with detail. I rarely associate these things with price because it's stupid, but at this price point, the sense of detail this IM gives you is insane. Now there is also another IM that also takes care of the same approach, Roselsa Aurora Ultra, but D02 diminishes Aurora with a flick of an eye. But why? Because how D02 handles the treble while being detailed. Now, if you are new to all this, almost everything depends on the FR, how it is throwing and how it is accepted by your ears, in what atmosphere. So, all these details and resolution depends on the FR, and controlling what should be boosted and what shouldn't be is where the skill lies. And the way DO2 handle the treble at this price point is commendable. Now, what they sacrifice to achieve this is bass and all the musical factors. So, this is not an IEM for musical or laid back listening sessions. This is made to give you expansive stage with incredible detail and resolution. The sub bass is there, it's not that huge or physical, yet doesn't sound papery. It is a bit blunt on the texture than something like Blonde 03, but enough to feel the atmosphere. Yet it's not the showstopper by anyhow. If the song has the region, it will throw it in your ears. Coming to the mid bass, it is very polite. It doesn't have that thunk or thump to offer. Sometimes it feels a bit pillowy due to the elevation. The driver doesn't seem to stress much. Mostly it's just apt for neutral sessions but won't satisfy bass heads. What it gives you is a much cleaner lower mids that feels separated from the bass. Coming to the mid range, everything feels very detailed in a nice manner. It does have some quirks, yet it is quite interesting. The lower mids are on the leaner side. It is not lean as such, but definitely not musical or lush. There is an early rise in the ear gain region which makes the vocalist position in front of the stage, which creates a unique representation of the stage. Um, Not in a way that I like, but it is there. The upper mid sounded beautiful with airiness and breathiness in the female vocals. Again, it doesn't have a lot of body to begin with, but the ornamentation factor of the upper mids is just pristine. Incredibly detailed and textured with great articulation. The female vocalist never felt sharp or sibilant in moderate volume, of course. As I said on the treble, on this IEM, it is very precise and fast. Not safe by any stretch of imagination, but it is very good kind of elevation. There is no 4 to 6 kilohertz hotness that takes away the fun. The 10 kilohertz region is dipped, which creates a bit of spaciousness. The region around 15 kilohertz is neat, quite a lot elevated, which gives this IEM a sense of detail. So yeah, it is a detail focused IM. Coming to the subjective impressions, as I said, the stage is a bit spaced out, yet due to the early ear gain, vocal seems a bit intimate in your face. The things like detail and imaging is excellent. It is a step up from the Blonde 03 Mark II, which makes this headphone pretty neat and pretty accurate for gaming also. Coming to the timbre reproduction, this set is not great yet not anywhere bad. It's far better than my KZ IEMs that I've tried. It sounds better than Blonde 03 too. Although it's not up there with Kifine Clean where I can say it is excellent. Guitars sound extremely well, drums sound very bad. Violins sound quite good, pianos are okay. The best suited genre for this IEM is Western classical. They simply sound outstanding considering the price point. If we compare it to other IEMs, only IEM we can compare to is Chu2. And depending on the ear gain, you have to choose what you want to get. Chu2 will feel a bit spaced out, where D02 will feel a bit intimate in the vocals only. The bass quality is also somewhat better in Chu2, yet the D02 wins by far in the treble refinement and resolution. 02 and things like Gate are safer, less resolving, and technically lesser capable than D02, yet tonally they sound better overall. It's simply up to you what you want to buy. Now, this is my take for D02. See you in my next video. Until then, bye.